Google Slides animation tutorial. Hello everyone and welcome back. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys how you can get started with animations on Google Slides. So let's jump right in. Now we're going to be opening up Google Slides, and the way to do this is if you are on Google, you're going to log on to your Google account, and then on the top right where you have your Google Apps icon, click on that. Once you click on this icon, you're going to scroll down, and once you scroll down, you will see the Google Slides icon. Click on this and Google Slides for your account will open up. Once you do that, you can get started with a few different ways. You can either choose the template gallery and pick out a template that you like, or you can start with a blank presentation. We're going to start with a template because I want to focus on animations for this particular tutorial. So I am just going to take this case study template. Now, whenever you're adding animations, you have two primary types of animations. Either those are going to be in-page animations, which means the individual items within the page are animated, or the page transitions. So when we go from one page to the next, for example, if I go into a slideshow mode and go from one page to the next, if I have animations on that or not. So these are the two basic differences between different types of animations. Now, how can you actually add these animations on Google? Well, to do that, we can see whenever we click on a slide on the left, on the top, we have an option called transition. You can click on transition over here, and then you will see your motion. Then you will have your slide transition, and then you will have the selected option. Now, within Google Slides, you have a few different options. First, you have the dissolve option. Now, you can choose the duration or the speed of the animation as well. And then you can choose to apply it to all of your slides, or if you want it to be individual. For example, if I apply the dissolve animation like this, I can click on play and you guys will see this is how it is going to appear. Now, if I want this to be a bit slower, I'm going to change the speed to be a bit slower and then click on play, and you guys will see the animation is now a bit slow. Now, to move forward, I can proceed back by clicking on the slide and then try out the rest of the types of animations. So you can click on play and you will see how it's going to be faded in. Then we also have slide from right to left, slide from the left side, flip, cube, or gallery. And you can just click on play over here to have an idea of what these animations look like. Now, I will be calling these transitions so we can move towards animations. Now, I want a really nice and smooth transition. So for that, I'm going to go with the dissolve transition in a really slow speed. Then click on apply to all slides. Now, I have the same transition from one page to the next. However, to add a creative element, you can always add a different type of animation. If I click on the slideshow over here, you will see this is how the dissolve transition looks like. So slowly, the page shifts towards the next page. This is a bit too slow for my personal liking, so I'm going to go back into transition, and then I'm going to speed it up a little because I think it was a bit too slow initially. And now that I have done that, we can move towards the second part, which is going to be adding individual transitions. So if I want to animate text or shapes or images, I can do that as well. For example, if I have this smiley face over here, if I have any type of image over here, I can animate that as well. To do that, you can simply select the thing that you want to animate like this, and once you do select it, your animate option will fall under these three dots. So if I click on the image or the element that I want to animate, I will click on these three dots over here and then click on animate. Now the same tab will open up on the right where we have object animations. Now you can choose the type of animation you want it to be. So if I want it to be on click, after previous, or with previous. So I want it to happen after the previous animation is completed, which is our dissolve animation. And then you can click on the type of animation you want it. So whether you want it to have a fade in, fade out, fly from the left, fly from the right, so on and so forth. So let's say I want to fly it out to the right or fly out to the right. And then I want it to be pretty fast. And then I can click on play to see what the animation is going to look like. So I don't like this personally. I'm going to make it fly in and I want it to fly in from the right, and then I can click on play. And as soon as our initial dissolve transition is completed, the emoji flew in from the right. So there are different ways you can formulate these types of animations, and this is not reserved only for images or shapes, but you can even do this for text as well. You can even do this by paragraph, and you can click on add animation, and then you can choose how it appears as well. So you can add multiple animations to the same thing. So if you want it to spin as well, like so. So what it's going to do is that it's going to first execute the first animation and then execute the second animation. So this actually allows you to build a really interesting presentation. Now let's move towards the next page and I'll show you guys how you can actually use these. When you are writing something like this where we have 3 challenges presented, I might want to display the first one first and then the second and then the third. So the way that you can animate this is duplicate this slide. So simply click on the left and then click on duplicate slide and make 3 duplicates. Only keep the first challenge or the first section and delete the other 2. Then I'm going to go into the second one, and then I'm going to delete only the third one here, like this. I'm just going to select this and delete it, and then in the third one, we will have all 3. Now to make this look interesting, click on transition, and then once you click on transition, you can click on how you want it to appear. So if you want it to be the flip transition, if you want it to be cube, gallery, or fade. I want this to slide in from the left side. And then once I do that, I'm going to choose a pretty fast speed for this. Let's say like so. And then after that, I'm going to apply the same thing to these other slides as well. So this one, and then after that, slide number 4, I'm going to click on the slide transition and then slide it in from the left as well. Make it faster like this. And then on slide number 3, I'm going to do the same thing and slide it in from the left, make it faster like this. Once I've done that and I click on my slideshow over here, you will see that your transitions are going to look really smooth like this, where it looks like it's in a really nice continuum instead of just being an isolated transition. So you can make this movement look like it is very purposeful and has a really nice effect. Now, for slides like these where you might have a bit of a boring element to them, you can click on any item or any text and then click on animate. And then you can make your text fade in, fade out, spin, in, zoom out, or add any type of animation. So I want it to fly in from the bottom, and then I want to add a second animation where it flies out to the bottom as well. And then I'm going to change the speed to be really slow on this as well. And then once I do that, I can click on play to see what it looks like. And you will see it's slowly going to fly in, and I'm waiting for this to continue like this, and then on click, it's going to fly out. Now, I want to change it to be, instead of it being on click, I just want it to follow after the previous animation, like this. So now I would have it automatically fly in and fly out. So just like that, you can add animations to your Google Slides. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe.